Hello and welcome all. Atlas here. Today we have a Halloween special character creation. Today I have a really exciting one for all those that's in their Hallows Eve spirit. And also Happy Halloween from Atlas. We have a mythical public figure to create into the world of Skyrim, known as the Headless Horseman of the Hollow and the legendary apparition I give you the Headless Horseman. Now, as what Atlas usually does, I have been researching deeply into the internet, as well as looking into books, as well as gathering references to give me some insight on our character. I learned that there are two different versions of the Headless Horseman that we can create in our creation menu, one being headless and the other not being headless. Also, the folklore of the Headless Horseman is known all over the world and have different stories on the Headless Horseman. Now, for our Skyrim character bases, we will be looking at the original Skyrim Headless Horseman, which I took excitingly interested and started to investigate straight away. According to Google, the Headless Horseman is extremely rare in Skyrim and pops up at random locations, and is also known to be an Easter egg. The Headless Horseman can be seen riding around Skyrim on his horseback at night. Luckily, I had some luck and I actually found the Headless Horseman. I had to do a lot of running and a lot of waiting, and I was really interested to see where he actually goes, so I chased him for a good 20 minutes. Right? But it was worth it. I noticed that he wields a steel battle axe and he wears steel plate armor in his ghostly form. In 1799, the curse of the Headless Horseman is the legacy of a small town of Sleepy Hollow, separated by the eager constable and his new world ways keeping secrets of murders. Once later rest forgotten and now reawakened holding a dark secret of a past once gone. Investigation took place to a series of murders. The town's council discovers that three of the murders were some of the most notable men in town. The council also says that the murders are the work of a deadly horseman whose head has been mysteriously chopped off. For years, the horseman has been terrorizing Sleepy Hollow. The horseman returns from hell to take the heads of the people of Sleepy Hollow until his own head is returned to him so that he could rest in peace. The legend of the Headless Horseman stories are legendary to the people of Sleepy Hollow, but as for most outsiders, don't really believe the stories at the time, unless they are the victims themselves. The investigator notices that three of the victims were killed on open ground, and the heads had been disappeared, taken by the headless ghost that is supposed to be responsible. Investigator then ventures into the western woods, discovers a witch living in a cave, and reveals the location of the horseman's grave at the Tree of the Dead. The investigator goes to the location and digs up the horseman's grave and discovers that the skull has been taken, that has been stolen by someone who now controls him, and that the tree is his portal to the living world. On that night, the horseman rides out to Sleepy Hollow and kills the village midwife and her husband. Both heads are removed by the horseman. Then suddenly, the guard hears a noise, rushes to the scene, and immediately he sees the horseman has left the house, wounded by the horseman, but luckily survives. The investigator estimates that the horseman is attacking at selected targets, linked by a conspiracy, but sadly the evidence was burned, and Hardenbrook commits suicide. At the church, where an emergency assembly was taking place, one of the council members' daughters have been informed that the horseman has killed her stepmother. Horseman then attacks the church but is unable to enter in. Chaos breaks loose inside, council members blaming one another, people screaming and shouting with fear. Then suddenly, one of the remaining elders turn on each other, saying that they were part of the conspiracy, Suddenly, Bartus is dragged through a window and out of the church by the horseman, who acquires his head and swiftly goes back into the western dark forest. Well, that was quite a story. I hope everyone enjoyed it. And now we are on our favourite part where we can create our character now. Before I start, I would like to get a like, subscribe and a comment. And I would also like to say a massive thank you yet again to all the new supporters that are supporting this channel. Really means the world to me and to Atlas as well. And if you know anybody who's interested in these type of videos, by all means share my channel. And also, if you are interested into the full movie of Sleepy Hollow, or you've never heard of it or have watched it, it is definitely a one to look up for the Halloween themed thing, you know, as we're doing today. But anyway, enough chit chat, let's go. Okay, and here we are. We are in our Skyrim creation menu. Right, okay. As for the race menu, though, I don't think it's really gonna matter what exactly the person is gonna look like. But we're gonna go for the node category. The reason why I picked that is because that, you know, they're slightly tall and they're a little bit bulky, like, so that's what I quite like. It'll look good with the armor as well, especially with the armor that the Headless Horseman has, like, you know. So it's not really gonna matter what he looks like. So I think this is gonna be pretty much a mod build. Pretty much, like, you know. But I'm really excited to see, like, you know, because I've actually I'm actually going to reveal in a minute now the mod requirements you're going to need to actually build the Headless Horseman. But as for the actual character, like, you know, I was thinking that we could give him like an outglow as well, you know, especially when he's like riding around at night and stuff like that. You know, it's gonna look cool, like, you know, give him, like, people will see him coming, like, you know, it'll be kind of cool. And well, also as well, I'm also going to do different versions of him as well, different outlooks and different appearances as well as clothing and stuff like that, and armor. And we're also going to have a little look at the different types of horses as well. Now, I'm going to try and nail as well the original Headless Horseman horse in Skyrim. I'm going to try and nail it, but it is going to be difficult. But not to worry, I am pretty confident on doing it, so we're going to nail it, alright? So I'm going to reveal now all the modifications that you're going to need in order to nail this character, alright? Okay, so I guess he's pretty much done. So we're going to go for the node, and yeah, we're going to call him the Headless Horseman. Brilliant.